Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love.
Do-do-do-do.
Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown,
90-day fiancé.
marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality gate. Let's love. Hi, everyone. I'm Sean Robinson. Welcome to the 90-Day Fiancé Tell-All, and it's a sperm face-off.
I never thought I'd hear that word out of her mouth.
What has happened to this tell-all?
Well, we're talking about edging. We're talking about getting condoms, birth control. Yeah.
I did. You mentioned this, and I did want to say it. I thought about it during our 15-minute break of when we do shows.
We take a long 15 minutes
minutes.
between the parts. Yeah.
Did we create this? I really think you and I might have created this.
I think it's the general rot of the world. The decadent rot that culture is happened. And we just watched a show this weekend and talked about it called Back in the Groove, where women in their 40s date younger men. And you think it's going to be more empowering. And it just didn't feel that way.
Didn't feel that way because you really
you can find that on our Bicurious this month. You can find it on our $5 Patreon tier. And again, someone's watching a cat, and the cat is yelling.
I just put him in my lap, and for like 10 minutes, he's just staring at a coffee table, just looking at me.
That cat is vocal.
He's very vocal.
Tell him to mind his manners. Yo, cats don't give a fuck.
They're getting crazy. Him and the other one are going to start zooming around. Oh, he's looking
zoomies.
at me. I'm so scared.
We're not going to be able to do the show with cats in the room. I can hear that.
Spencer, get down. Come here.
I still find Spencer a very interesting name.
Oh, I love
cat's
him.
Name.
He's a little muffin. Come on up here. You want to come up here?
No, like Muffin Time from Cameron. Muffin Time. It's Reality Gaze. This is part 2 of part 3 of the tell-all.
Oh, God, I'm having a retrograde day, y'all. Pray for me.
It has been stay on your mic. You keep looking at the cat.
Well, I think he's quiet now. Oh, never mind.
Put the cat in the bathroom.
I can't do that.
Or would it be worse?
Now he's rubbing on a box beside me. Okay, we can do this. It's going to be fine. We'll just, what were we talking about?
I'm going to be so distracted every time that cat meows.
I think it's fine now. I don't think it's going to make any more.
More of a chirp.
It is.
All right. We only have one more week of this tell-all left.
Yes.
I'm from what we've seen, it looks like it's going to end in fireworks.
I think so, as it should. It's a tell-all. It should.
Yeah. So y'all, big news. We're announcing a kind of a new event. What is it? Digital worldwide moment.
Moment.
Take that in like a big dick. Um, and it's going to be a collaboration. We're going to have it's going to be a live recap show with Mary Payne from Pink Shade.
A live recap event, mind you, because this is a very special. It's an event.
We're going to be doing the other way. We're going to be kind of dissecting that. It'll be episode 2 of the other way. And that's going to be on February 6th, Monday, February 6th, Monday night.
The ticket link is live, too. If you go to our Linktree link, or our Linktree, whatever you want to call it, if you go to that, the link is live. And now, listen, it's only going to be up.
You buy tickets to it.
You buy tickets to it. This is something we're trying to do. It's through Moment is its own kind of thing. Its own. And so you buy tickets to that. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time, again, on Monday, February 6th. And it's only up for a week. It's kind of like when Poodle visits the Cayman Islands. He can't be there long. He's got to get out.
The authorities will know. Yeah.
They'll know.
Got to get the money. Got to get the money and go back. I'm definitely not taking anything illegal.
No, not illegal at all. You'll be able to interact with us. We're going to have some special guests that are going to drop in.
And there's even an after party where I may take off my clothes.
No, Mary Payne said no. She wanted to show his nipple.
This
Mary
sucks.
Payne said no. So anyway, y'all, this sucks.
I can't do anything fun.
So anyway, y'all, go to our Linktree for that, and we're excited to see all of the sissies and all the bunkies out there.
Yeah, but this is a new thing. We want to see if we like it. The immediacy of liveness. We are live. Anything could happen.
Anything. We're excited because I think like on the 12th is going to be the Super Bowl, so we're imagining that 90 Day Fiancé is not going to air anything because that's That's the only time every Sunday they don't air new shows.
That's the only Sunday. Maybe they took off once for Christmas.
That's it. So Poodle thought New Year's Day, and nope.
They ran a show on New Year's Day. Fuck football. Fuck a holiday.
So anyway, it'd be a little extra perk you get that week while we have a week off.
But I want to say also that it's going to be up for a week. You can watch it live or it's on demand for a week. And then it goes away forever. So this is not something you'll be able to watch. And I'm going to bring my best crazy shit material where stuff that I I got to think of some real terrible shit to say.
I wish it was like you would yell at me. And I could just take an antibiotic and you would go away.
Because you know what? They're not going to edit anything. It's just me unfiltered.
Oh, God. All right, everybody. Now I'm not excited for it, but whatever. It's going to happen. So check that out. Anything else? I think that's it. We talked about the Bi-Curious.
Classless is starting. Our new season of Classless is starting up with 90 Day Fiancé season 6. We just finished the Nicole and Asin wedding wet fart that happened.
Yes. It was a wet fart.
It's a wet fart. But we discovered the first mention, y'all, of the makeup store and beauty thing.
Oh,
and it was a whole new world opened up.
They literally sissies who were messaging just saying, I started listening to you 3 years ago just for this moment. And when we watched it in our watch along, that's on the upper tier, we did not know.
No, I did not know about the makeup store.
We were like, I'd heard about something of a makeup store. Because speaking of Pink Shade, I think it was like a tier on their
Nicole's makeup store.
No, it was $2. You paid for something and you got nothing. And so that's what Mary Payne said. But I'd heard of it and I went, what in the makeup store? Okay, she'll have a makeup store one day. I did not know it was this.
But just for clarity, there is no store.
There's no store.
It's like the White Lotus or the Groove Hotel.
The Groove Hotel, yes.
Not a real place.
Not a real place.
Not real.
No.
Ugh. Any hoosers. Y'all, let's finish up this part 3 of the tell-all. And the only thing I can say is let us bring you across the line. Let us edge you. Let us
Wow,
milk you a
that's a
little
good
bit.
callback. Blech.
We're gonna edge you across the line. We got one more week. Bear with us, because I'm promising we'll make it together.
We will make it together. Okay, I think the cat's
Yes.
settling down now. It is. I paused it, y'all, to give him a snack. He is just staring at me in the corner. I don't know if y'all could see.
He's
on
thinking
his
about
ma-
stealing your breath.
Can you see him just staring at me?
I
in the
can.
corner?
It's creepy.
He's just looking at me. I'm totally scared. Anyway, I think it's stopped though now. Okay. Or
No.
not. He's still making noise. Y'all were just
I think you
trying
did
to
the
do
worst
show.
thing of giving him a treat.
Well, no, because he's always
Because
hungry all the time, so you have to feed him.
now
He's a
he knows that if he cries, you'll give him a treat. Yeah.
I don't know if
Look what a
that's
parent
true or
you'd make.
not. Yeah.
Um,
So y'all, we're jumping in with Bilal and Shaeeda, everyone's favorite. Actually, kind of, I was happy to see them after all the fucking little Ed or small Ed shit.
I don't know if I'm ever happy to see them. Also, y'all, there have been rumors all over the place that Shaeeda is pregnant. And I'm
There was
kind
a
of like,
post from somebody, then it was taken
I'm
down.
kind of like,
The picture looked
cool
photoshopped to me.
it on it, y'all. People will announce they're pregnant. It is gross when people are posting things saying it looks like a bump here, looks like this. Fuck that. Just let that go. Someone will announce that they're pregnant when they're ready.
Your kid has been asking for a snack for 45 minutes. Go pay attention to them.
They're
Go do
fine. They
that.
get it themselves.
So, okay. So they are saying, Sean says, where are y'all in the baby timeline? And Shada says, we've tried a couple of times without the condom. And then Andre.
I can't believe now we know that Bilal is fucking raw.
Yeah,
Again,
dogging it.
not
Dogging it the American way.
not something I expected to hear.
No.
And
Andre, the baby making professional, you have to do more than that. More than 2 or 3 times. I don't know, but I don't know if he can. And Bilal says, oh, I got it, my friend.
I got more kids than
it.
you. Again, then it just turns into a dick swinging contest, and I'm just like, let's move on.
And Sean said a sperm face off. Yes. Let's talk about this herbalist, shall we?
The never before seen, y'all. They're at this kind of herbal store and looking at some stuff and of course Bilal's like, I went in there looking for things for her, but then he was basically talking to me. I don't know why he's doing that.
I don't know why he's talking that. Because Bilal did say, we skipped over this. He did say, I said, let's go and do it. I saw how emotional she was after that fight, and I said, let's do it.
And so he's the savior. How nice.
Again, it's kind of like Kimberly and Usman. We actually didn't get to see the biggest plot of their storyline.
No, you're right. And it is kind of
producing
annoying because that would have
Yeah.
been a great. I don't understand why that wasn't the end of their season.
Yeah,
It is a little
honestly,
weird.
They should have gone back and for Kimberly and Usman, they should have gone back and recreated it and filmed it.
Y'all, they massage these storylines like a motherfucker. It's ridiculous that I guess they wanted us to save it. So now we're just saving things for the tell-all. I get.
New information should come out in the tell-all. So, I mean, I will say this tell-all gave us a lot of new information, including this guy telling Bilal, have you heard of edging? Now, Poodle, you described this earlier to Mary Payne when we spoke to her, but it wasn't recorded.
And her face was admittedly shocked.
I'm quite familiar with edging as
me
well.
Too.
But I feel like you would be a better person to describe this because you're smarter than I am.
Well, edging is a phenomenon that happens when you when a man or a woman helping a man.
Because Andre says you'll just hold it till you're about to do it. That's not true.
No, you actually get yourself to about to climax or ejaculation, and then you pull right back. And then you can do that
It's,
several times. You're going close to the edge of glory, if you will.
if you will. Although Lady Gaga meant that about her grandparents dying. So
Is that what that song is about?
that song is about her, either both of them. I think her grandfather was with her grandmother, and one of them was dying and basically telling them like it's okay to go on and leave without me. You're on the edge of glory.
So I basically got fingered in a gay club with a song about that. Interesting. What's been done to that song? What activity has accompanied what gay deviancy has accompanied that song? And it's actually
Oh.
about the death of her grandparents. Wow.
One of her
Wow.
grandparents. It is.
Well, sorry, Grandma.
Sorry, Grandma. Okay, I think the cat's going in the other room.
Stop.
Okay, so it is.
Anyway, that's edging.
It
It's and
is-
then
I
when
just wanna
you
say for-
climax, it's bigger. It's a bigger
And-
climax.
I can testify as someone who's been on the receiving end of a man who's edged. It's true.
Yeah. It's a gusher.
It's true. You
Mount
look like
St. Helens.
You look like
Too
a butt
soon?
cake by the time you're done.
A butt cake.
No, it's not.
More like the geyser, Old Faithful.
Yes.
Yep.
We had a big one today, folks. Now, look, if you're interested, since we've already talked about Treasure Island, I would recommend chaosmen.com to look for many edging videos. That's where I first learned about it.
Yeah, they have some of those.
A lot of times, I just want to say, a lot of times men, when they edged, are blindfolded or even have ball. There's a whole thing where
I think that was specifically for Chaos Men, I have a feeling, because the idea is they were straight. They were straight, so they didn't see another guy doing it.
Yeah, but there is a thing in culture of like people edging other men.
Yes, that is true.
I had a friend that was going for his own kind of like, it was like a therapist / edging teacher. He was paying someone.
Were they accredited? I don't know if that was a therapist as much as a sex worker.
Regardless, they got a lot of use out of it. So,
an edging teacher. I wonder if there was insurance for that.
I don't know. I don't
Doubtful.
know. Did they take the boards?
I'm sure it's some type of sex therapy, but I don't know if it's. Hopefully your partner would be there, not the person doing it to you.
Yes, I just want to say, when Sean said, again, Sean Robinson, has anyone here heard of edging? And Andre says, yes, I know what it is.
Yes, I am the one. I know all about it.
And I leaned in.
Yeah, when he said that, I kind of went somewhere.
Me too.
And he basically says now, and we do find out right after that, after we for a lot of people watching, we learn a new sexual technique. And right after that, we find that now Shaeeda wants to build her business. And now
she flip-flopped on him.
Yeah, she flip-flopped. She's a flipper-flopper.
She wants to find herself in America. And she said, my life just started to blossom. And so now I'm the one that tells him to wrap it up.
What do you make of this? What do you make of this?
I think their tell-all segment was fraudacity.
Fraudacity. Thank you. That's what it feels like to me.
With the thing at the end, the producers are like, I know Spencer. It's very upsetting. The producers probably, honestly,
I've seen this before.
They listened to other people, and honestly, they probably fucking listened to us, and they went, this guy's getting a bad edit. How do we redeem this guy?
You're going to need more than that.
This idea that now he sees how sad she is, and he just wants to help her because he now is just a redeeming.
But he doesn't. But it's so. If they're thinking they're saying he's doing it for her, that's still shitty. The fact that
is.
he should want to have a baby with her.
Yes.
The story they're writing for him is still awful. He's like, well, she was sad, so I'm going to give her a baby.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you know what? That always cures sadness.
Now,
It's
always
ridiculous.
again, y'all get married or have the baby, it will fix everything. And you know
Exactly.
what?
Everyone knows when you're having a bad relationship, you have a baby. It fixes everything.
And when I go to that baby shower, as I leave, I'll say, "I wish you the best.
I wish you the best.
I wish you the best."
Let the
Poodle,
healing begin.
I feel like we're going to talk about something that was either. I think you're going to have a strong opinion on this. Of Poodle, how do you feel about joint banking accounts?
While I understand I understand it. I think Bilal doesn't want Shaeeda to know. He says it's because, well, we get into this weird thing. The whole Bilal segment could have been called "Women Are Bad with Money."
Yeah.
Because Bilal's like, Shaeda's a woman. As soon as she gets money, she spends it. That's what
Yeah.
women do,
That's
right?
what
And
women
Ed's like,
do.
yeah. And they get it. They get
Yeah.
his friend Chris, and there it's like, men's rights now.
Well, that's what he basically says. Shaeeda saying, Bilal's saying, what do I do? I try to teach her, but then I'm told that I'm mansplaining. So how do I help her with money? And
So let's bring in someone else to mansplain it to her.
but no, y'all, it's not that, because I have to say, Sean Robinson asked some good questions this tell-all, because she said, Shaeeda, do you know how much he makes? And Shaeeda said, I have no idea of how much he makes. And I went, that's a problem.
You know who does? You know who knows how much she makes?
The ex Shaeeda. Shaeeda knows, y'all.
Yeah.
She knows every fucking cent he makes.
Yeah. And
mark my words on that.
And I think he's trying to do things. That's why Shaeda's his kind of plaything.
Yes.
Shaeeda is now his kind of his wife, who but he'll never let her really be an equal to him. And he basically says, I made that mistake once. I let a woman in too much.
Yep.
And look what she did. She took everything from me. Because he's been very vocal at saying, I just think that, what if I do this for you and then you decide to leave me? And he'll never fully let her in. Y'all.
I think Yara's the one who made sense of it when Yara said, well, it's clearly obvious. She said she doesn't want to have a baby with someone she feels like doesn't trust her.
Yep. Dead on.
I think that's 100% it. I think Shaeeda actually is not telling us how smart she got.
Yeah. The other thing I want to talk about is how they don't eat movie popcorn, which I understand. It is very expensive. I also need to say that regular popcorn is not the same as movie theater popcorn. Movie theater popcorn is delicious. It's a whole other echelon of popcorn.
It is a whole other echelon. Although I did just get the Tabitha Brown popcorn at Target, and that shit is good.
Better than movie theater popcorn?
No. It's also something just fell behind me, and a cat went, meh, and I don't want to look.
The cats is on your furniture, I can tell you that.
I'm terrified.
You're dead tonight.
I think movie theater popcorn is worth it. It's like,
it's definitely worth it. It's too expensive, but I say get the popcorn. We're not guaranteed another day, y'all. Get the movie theater popcorn. Now, I'm someone who doesn't love a lot of butter. So when the other person wants butter. Yeah.
Shut up. You'll eat it whichever way it's served to you, because I've seen you eat the whole bag. I will say,
it's bad.
This is something that makes me feel a little bit better, especially for smaller theaters, y'all. That's basically how movie houses make their money, or from concessions. They don't make a lot of money from actually buying the tickets. That goes back to the
studios.
Film they have to the studios. So just so you know, yes, it is expensive, but you are supporting a theater. And
That's
God
true.
knows, after the pandemic, theaters do need support, and a lot of them
Amen.
have got out. So
amen.
Think about
love
it that
going to the
that's what I think.
movies.
Let's go to the movies.
Yeah, y'all. We're getting into the Golden Globes just happened. We're full on Oscar season. What do you
Yes,
think?
I'm about to get SAG Award shit,
What
so I'm
is
excited.
one movie you've seen that you want to win, that you want to at least be nominated? What's your big Oscar pick? What's your big Best Picture Oscar pick?
Falling for Christmas?
I guess I should see which one of the movies you've seen that wasn't a superhero movie.
Oh, let's see. Oh, I just watched Teen Witch again. That's a really
Yeah.
good. You know what? You know
What have
what?
you seen this year?
Catch Me If You Can. That was a great movie. That should get nominated for an. I just saw
Again,
it.
a
Has that been nominated?
retroactive Oscar.
Oh, okay. Well, I just
So
said
instead
it's
of
good to
watching
me.
the movies in contention, you're watching Catch Me If You Can on planes.
It's good to me. I thought it should have won something.
I just want you to be relevant.
It was a little shocking to me that Brendan Fraser did not win for The Whale. I got so much hype for the Golden Globes, and he did not win.
He didn't. I think he didn't want to come because he was basically groped by that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, he wasn't going to win that one.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about movie, so I wasn't even talking about performances. I was asking you what's a movie you'd like to see up there?
I mean, I'm excited for Everything All at Once.
Yeah.
Which just because
I loved that movie.
that's kind of what I don't know what's going to win. I actually want to see the Fableman's Fatal. I wanted to see it anyway. I just never got to.
It's a long shot for me because it's got Crouching Tiger won, that's true, but Crouching Tiger was more of an art film than Everything Everywhere All at Once is. But my pick is still my favorite thing I've seen was Triangle of Sadness, and I've talked about it before.
But was it not? It wasn't even nominated for a Golden Globe, was it?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah. But it's more Oscar bait than it is Golden Globe because it's got more social messages. But I loved Women Talking. Oh my God. But that'll be her being more direct.
Kate Blanchett that she was nominated.
Tar is fantastic.
It's
I
more want to see the Colin Farrell movie.
It's on streaming. So then the next time we talk, I want you to watch that movie. So because within the weather, it's fantastic. It's probably the best picture of the year, in my opinion.
I'm gonna get them all, most all of them for being in the Screen Actors Guild.
It's on streaming.
I know, but the ones that aren't on streaming that are still newly out, I'm about to get them all. I'm excited.
But
it's that thing that you have where you get food for free, even though it's still streaming. It just makes me go, "Ooh, I get this for free when it's not out on streaming yet."
I'm just saying, I don't want 4 weeks to roll by and me say, "Yeah, that's out." And you're like, "Oh, I haven't watched it yet."
We need to move on.
Exactly. So anyway,
yes,
about popcorn.
We're talking about basically you went off about popcorn, which is fine. Now I want it. Again, Yara kind of says she's a grown-ass woman and wants to own her business. And then Bilal goes in but I'm mansplaining. And so that's when Chris shows up. Again,
speaking of mansplaining.
And speaking of irrelevant guests that we have never met.
Who we've never met. And I know why.
Check Sissy Caroline's bingo card. Ding, ding, ding.
As soon as Uterus shows up, I went, oh, we have to have someone who will act as a proxy for Bilal.
This is why this was all fraudacity. As producer said, Bilal, we've got to make you look better. Who can fight your fight for you?
And they chose Chris.
But that's it. Because he's Bilal's friend, and guarantee you, y'all, on the next Happily Ever After, because I'm calling you now, they will be on Happily Ever After. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think maybe because we've talked about maybe it fills their diversity quotient, but they are going to keep Matt Sharp Productions love Shaeeda and Bilal, even though no one else does. I like Shaeeda.
What it does is gives them a perspective of Black America and as well as Islamic America.
It does. But I would rather.
And it's a weird, kind of sick watch for a lot of people. A lot of people
I'm
hate
like,
watch.
he's just so abhorrent. I'm like, casting, instead of putting them on, do a better job of casting and find other people in Black America and put on this show, please.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
it's
a lot, so do your job.
yeah. I think remember these people. It's they can't just ask people to film.
No,
Especially
that's
a lot of
true.
people don't have good experiences with the first time they do it, and then they see their edit and they're like, "Holy shit!" So of course they're going to get influencers,
They
and
are.
people who want to be influencers. I
So
just want to do one thing that Ed said is Ed defended the whole bank account. He's like, you gotta teach
yeah.
her to be you gotta teach her to be really better with money. Just y'all again, Ed has the worst possible take. It's
The
almost genetically engineered.
worst possible take. So when Chris shows up, he's like, Bilal has a good sense of humor. And he said, "Yeah, Bilal isn't mansplaining. He said, why shouldn't Bilal give her the best chance to win? And Kim Bully, I rolled her eyes out of her fucking head and
No.
I guffawed.
I wrote down Chris is actually mansplaining the act of mansplaining.
Yes,
It was
yes.
something to see.
Something to see.
So he goes on. Uterus shows up as I
but-
hoped she would.
As I hoped and knew she would. And before we get to that, we're going to talk about Uterus when we get back
Okay.
from this little break.
Wow, this Chris, he's a really smart guy. Again, worst takes possible. Chris is basically yelling at Uterus.
Yes, Uterus shows up and Uterus, Sean says, how do you think the relationship is today? And Uterus says, well, I think he micromanages a lot. And then Chris immediately says, that's a mischaracterization.
What man doesn't want to lead his family? Men's rights now. It's so bad. This guy's rough, y'all.
He literally says, he's like,
Ooh.
I'm not defending just this man. I'm defending men across the board.
I'm defending all men because this is something all you women do. And Ed's like, yay.
So they show the clip where Uterus says, well, if you forget to take your birth control pills, you'll just get pregnant anyway.
Yeah.
Apparently, Spencer the cat watched that part. They're very
He's
excited.
Like, you go, girl.
You go, girl.
Spencer has strong reproductive opinions. But now we said that on the y'all. None of us thought this was a good idea. This was not good to do to anyone. To mess with, to basically trick anyone to having a baby with you, or it's a betrayal.
Why are you out there tricking men? Why are you tricking men? Exactly, Cat.
Thank you, Spencer.
Thank you. This podcast is a joke.
It is. I've said that for years. I've been saying that for years. Now there's just a soundtrack of a cat the whole time. This is off the rails about as much as the road episode was.
No, this is almost kind of on when there was all that music in China. So I feel like this is me getting you back from that.
And the birds and the birds.
Yes.
So they are the Chris is basically like, well, I'm defending men. They get this all across the board. And it just at one point they're even saying, I think even Liz says, you're giving really bad advice here.
Liz, kind of the whole cast goes. They're all on Uterus's side, and as soon as they watch that clip, you kind of see all their faces go.
Well, it was time for Uterus to probably say, maybe I shouldn't have gotten involved in their actual reproductive questions. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Well, but Shaeeda involved her.
Yeah, but it's still, it's not a good take to basically say.
I mean, not if I'm coming at Shaeeda, but I have to say, Bilal is just doing what Shaeda's been doing all along. Is Shaeeda does let other people do her dirty work.
No, she does. You're exactly right.
And Bilal is just doing the same.
So, you guys, the last thing we hear is they're like, so the baby's gonna wait then because we're not sure. And Bilal's like, well, hold a minute second. Last time we were in New York, the trip didn't go well, but I want to. He gets on one knee.
I wanna
Will
have a
you
good
have my
memory.
baby?
Yeah, I want to have a good memory of New York. Will you? And he gets out a onesie, and I wrote, "Someone got a PR team."
Yeah, definitely. And
Shardis,
Yara goes, why are you not romantic, Jovi?
Jovi, Jovi, why you not romantic, Jovi? And so literally, Shaida's crying, and Sean says, "Shaida, does this change the timeline?" And almost you could feel like a Hans Zimmer score would just start swelling in.
Boom, boom.
And yeah,
Not Hans Zimmer, something less abrasive. It's the like Alexandre Desplat, the beautiful French style.
can you say that again? More pretentious.
I said it the French way. Alexandre Desplat. What? How do you say it?
Wow.
Alexander Desplat.
Desplat. That's what I
Sorry.
say. And yes. So music swells. Shai, does this changing? I think so. I just hope I'm able to be a mom and not wait too long. And then Joe Yara says, or who is it? Kimberly. Someone says, "You're going to be a good mom. You're going to be a great mom."
So Chris, and they're like, Chris Utrus, thanks. We're gonna leave it there. So
we're going to leave it there.
All the new things that we kind of dug up with
We're
the
like,
problems that Bilal
Let's bury it.
Let's
Throw it
bulldoze
out.
this shit because guess what? We're having a baby and it's fine.
This is the part of like that.
I hate this shit.
I
hate this tactic.
it is that part of kind of this backwards thinking morality of 90 Day that like having a baby saves everything. Y'all, she still doesn't know how much fucking money he makes. That's abysmal.
She still doesn't trust him.
A spouse should know how much money their spouse they're married to makes. I think. Maybe
No,
other
you're right.
people don't agree with that, but I think that's
my question would be, why are you worried? Why are you worried about someone finding out? Why are you worried about your partner knowing?
yeah. What do you have to hide?
Right. Yeah, that's I don't know.
Spencer agrees.
I think that Shaida doesn't trust Bilal. Bilal completely does not trust Shaida.
And Bilal doesn't trust women, full stop.
Yeah.
And doesn't like them, which is why he and Small
Chris are
Ed
great
have
friends.
bonded.
Yeah.
And Chris.
Yeah.
Well,
Then
Chris
go out
can
and go to the men's rights convention.
Chris can go fuck himself. What a piece
What
of
do we
shit
want?
human.
Men's rights. What do we want it now? We're feeling insignificant. You're fine. You're fine.
You're fine.
Fucking. We need to move on to Jenny and Sumit. This puts a bad taste in my mouth.
We do.
Anytime they give these fuckers any type of airtime pisses me off.
It does. Yeah.
I was shocked at how kind of like overwhelmingly such a good feeling came out of me of this last segment.
Who knew? Who knew?
So y'all, Jenny and Sumit, and
we're parting. It's hard. We're not together. Sad.
The one
Sad
thing
chicken.
the one thing you can say is even though the first thing Sean says, do you think you're maybe a little codependent? And Sumit's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely codependent.
Oh,
like
100%.
Like I miss my mom. I mean, I miss Jenny when she's not here.
I miss my mom, my chicken, my mom chicken, my chicken mom, my chicken. Bark, Jenny. But even Jenny says, it made me laugh because she just says, oh yeah, we're codependent. He does everything for me. And I went,
maybe that's love.
Yeah. I mean, Sumit says, I'm depending on Jenny for my happiness because her response to what I do for her makes me happy. And I went, oh, holy fuck.
Well, here's the thing. At least there's happiness there. But that's what we're left with.
That's true. There's a lot more happiness there than there is in Bilal, Shaeeda,
and
Ed,
all
Liz. Yeah.
and all the cast go, "Oh, that's so sweet. They're codependent, everybody."
Yeah. If I was there, I would have been like,
So they do bring up the thing of they show the comments of Sumit saying, "If I'll just adopt a kid, I'll have a child through surrogacy." And Jenny is shocked. She's like, told you, it was just like this is not something I was going to ever have."
No,
And
no more
Sumit
chicks.
says,
No more chicks. No more chicks. They're just eggs.
Sumit says something we've always known. He's like, it was just a conversation. In other words, I'm just pacifying my family until they die. He's
Yep.
saying the quiet part out loud because he knows the brother and sister-in-law don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck if he has kids. In fact, his brother's probably telling his wife, my brother would be a really shitty father.
Yeah. And I like Angela saying, kind of got it, and said, "Yeah, that's what I told Michael. He got plenty of time when I die." And Jenny's like,
just do that because, I'm still smoking. It ain't going to be long.
Angela, even with her weight loss, the habits that she doesn't look well. And
As people said, y'all, Sean Robinson is older than Angela.
I still can't believe it. Wow.
And I know that black women don't age as much as white women do.
Sean Robinson takes care of herself.
I'm like trying to think of who's because Angela's 60, right?
No, she's like late 50s.
But so Sean Robinson is 60 years old though.
60.
We do know that.
Yeah.
Sean Robinson.
Angela is late 50s.
What? So I'm just clicking now. Granted, these are actresses, but women over 60. No, not Christy Brinkley. Come on, that's not a real person. She's a model. I'm trying to think. Okay, she's a model too, but like Jamie Lee Curtis. Lee Curtis, and she's never had work done. How old is Jamie Lee Curtis? Let's see how old she is. She is 64 years old.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Angela looks 10 years older than Jamie Lee. And Jamie Lee Curtis
I would at least 5 years.
And Jamie Lee Curtis has never had plastic surgery and said she never will.
She says
She's a very staunch supporter of it. That is a good wow. Whoa.
Jamie Lee Curtis was so good in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
She was. There's a lot of memes that are talking about women be a Jamie Lee Curtis, and that they said if you look at the pictures, you almost think Jamie is the one who won the Golden Globe because she was so
because she's so
Michelle.
celebrating she's celebrating Michelle Yeoh. Yeah.
She did do a weird thing with that film where she tried to say like that film's a great superhero movies and then tried to dog and say all the Marvel movies are terrible. So it's like that was a weird thing.
Said that. I heard that too, and I was like, Stain, just don't worry about it.
It was weird. I really like her, but that was a weird thing.
I think though I think Marvel movies can coexist beside those movies, and I don't know.
I think it's a different type of movie, yeah.
Well, I don't think any of those movies will ever be nominated for an Oscar, unless it's in editing or
Black
or
Panther.
sound.
Wait, was it Black Panther that was? Yeah. Is Wakanda Forever nominated? Black Panther.
There's no Oscar. I don't know if it was nominated for Best Picture or not.
No, it wasn't Best Picture. It won for something.
I know there were some performances in it that were nominated, but I don't think any of those movies. It's not award show bait. It's just not what we look for when we look for. No. It's just that's just how we are.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then we bring on the father, brother, and sister-in-law, Anil and the brother. And y'all, the sister and brother are basically like, well, we're better, but the dad and mom are kind of the same. And dad's like, actually, that's not true.
The dad, Anil.
Yeah. Anil says he's talking to his mom now, quite sweetly, as he says.
He's quite sweetly, and Sumit agrees.
His mother's ear.
Very
gently.
He says very gently and very sweetly. He said their relationship now is much more normal, but she's not here today because she's not going to accept it because they are married. And now, And the Sumit says, Jenny and I are married now. I want acceptance of that. And so Sean asked Neil, she said, well, are you accepting of Jenny? And he kind of pauses and finally, he says, they have blessings from me. He said, they are
Yeah.
already married. What can I do? They
Silence.
both have a blessing from me. And Jenny goes,
and at one
kinda just
point,
faints
I
out.
just went, I felt my heart just kind of burst for Jenny at that moment. Because,
Really? I'm just so
no, that's
sad.
all she's wanted.
I
I'm
know, but I'm
saying.
just so dead from it all. I feel so bad. I'm just like bleeding out my asshole at this point in an alley going,
But
when
well, what
is it
I'm
gonna happen?
but what I'm saying is she hasn't had a
No.
win for years.
Jenny
Yes,
needed
she
a
got
win.
married. She got married, but it was in a secret ceremony. And I was
And the
just like,
sister-in-law and the brother say she's like, "We don't wanna ruin their marriage," and they actually say, "We actually like Jenny. We are okay
yeah,
doing things with her, but they're gonna go to family things, but for right now, Jenny can't go to family things."
right.
And Libby kinda says,
Janae's like, I'm okay with that.
Jenny's like, that's fine. I don't really wanna go to that." And Libby's like, "Well, that's if she acts normally, I don't think that's fair."
Well, I think her family situation is completely different. And I
Well,
think every
Usman
time
says, "You don't understand the culture. You're an American. It's a
exactly.
different
I
culture."
think every time you even talk about Jenny's relationship with you have to see it through the lens of Indian culture here because there's no definition that cannot include that viewpoint.
So I wanna
It's how
know.
society.
Well, yeah, it did the American card work? Because they start to talk about Sumit coming to America, and he said again, we've had a change of heart this
It
time.
might
We've had a
have.
lot of change of hearts on this tell-all because Sumit said, "Not permanently, but I will get a visa and I'll come for some time, but just for a bit."
You
And I
know,
went, is that what changed her family's somewhat position when they worry about him moving there
yeah,
permanently?
maybe
Jenny was right.
Jenny's kind of bully move
Maybe
to
she's a
say,
smart
Sumit's gonna come
chicken.
to America with me.
She's a
Let's
smart
not go that
chicken.
far. But and what's interesting here is, and then at one point, Jenny at the very end just goes, "Miss you" to the family. I just picture like Forrest Gump waving.
Everybody's just saying,
Like
"There's Jenny
waving at
again."
Lieutenant Dan or something. I love you. And they're like, God,
Life
get me
is
away from this chicken.
life is like a hen house. You never know when you're gonna get a bad egg.
I don't know. I'd probably have a lot of opinions if Jenny was in my family too. Family
I
Submit.
think so too.
Um,
We didn't hear from Jenny's daughter and wife,
no,
so which was odd because they came over there, but
it is weird. We did not hear from them.
we did
You
not
know
hear
what? They
from them.
might have been on it and they didn't air it.
Maybe it almost made me feel like, are we going to get a new cast of Happily Ever After? A lot of newer people because it felt like they were wrapping up storylines for a lot of people.
Well, here's the thing. Jenny and Submit are going to ride this as long as they can because they like the money they get.
Yeah, but you can't tell me Kobe and Emily aren't going to be on Happily Ever After eventually.
I would love that.
I think they're going to be on.
I
Once.
I think Yara and Jovi are going to ride it till the wheels fall off.
I think Yara and Jovi forever.
They're going to continue to for Audacity us. I think Angela will be there as long as there's a storyline.
Yeah.
If they have to manipulate one. I don't know how much longer Liz would film. Big Ed will as long as he possibly can.
Oh yeah.
I think Shaeeda and Bilal will film as long as they can. I don't know if there's I think for Matt Sharp, yes. I don't know if there's a huge appetite for the public for them because at least for some people love to hate watch Angela. People love to hate watch Big Ed.
Well, we know for a fact they don't want to. We know that the way they feel on this show, they want to create people that are controversial, not that are liked.
Exactly, and who aren't beloved. And I think they want people who are going to be talked about.
Because y'all, some of you talk about how much you hate Angela. and you message and tweet about it all the time. So guess what? You're talking about her.
Yeah,
You're talking
it's
about her
true.
all the time. So if you don't want
best
Angela
apathy.
to be on there, don't talk about
Apathy.
her,
That's
don't
your
tweet about
win.
her, don't
Yeah,
message it, and guess what? It'll stop happening.
that's true. That's true. It is.
So anyway,
Yep.
we think we're done.
So
We're like, what a nice ending to the tell-all. Everybody
Nope.
can go home. And
Jo-
Sean says,
Jovi,
I want to
did you
circle
say
back
you
about
found-
something that happened last night.
I want to talk about an Instagram feed because that's where we are now.
That's where we are.
And so, and Angela says, nope, that's fake. It's not how he talks.
Not how he texts. No, it's not how he texts us.
Texas. Yeah, it's not how he
Yeah,
texts.
she said that
It's not
Instagram
how
profile's fake.
It's not how he Arkansas.
And then this is where This is where I call again fraudacity, because Sean just says, "Are you?" Like the producers basically were saying, we got to end this with something dramatic. So Sean brings up, "Are you okay with Usman and Michael hanging out?" Absolutely not.
What do you think she's
Absolutely
gonna
not.
say? What do you think she's gonna say?
I mean,
Like,
who
it's
gives
such
a
a
flying fuck? It doesn't even matter.
Well, they want a strong response out of Angela here, and
They
so
do, but I just felt like I feel like this was super massaged.
it's also baiting her too. And
Yeah.
she at one point she tells Usman, "I'm fucking him, you're not." But there was like raining, and she's like, "Oh, it's really raining there, Usman. Is it raining there?" And Michael's like, "It's raining here too." And there was like
Because we're in the same hotel.
Yeah, or there were two hotels across the street. So, and he's like, "Usman, you better not go over there." And basically, Angela's like, they're taking a break, and Angela's like, "Take off your microphone. I'm calling you." And she says, "I'm not happy about you being in the same hotel."
And I wrote, who cares about this shit? And then we're left with Michael saying, "I've got to go talk to Usman," and you see him going 2 buildings over to see Usman. I full on believe the rain sound was fake. It was all just a plant. I believe it.
It was a rain stick that someone was just.
We never saw the rain. We just heard it. We never saw it. Yes, it was a rain stick.
True.
Fraudacity.
God, I wanted a rain stick so badly. I don't know what I would have done with it. Put it on my butt.
I was going to say, you would have stuck it up your ass.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Father Poodle, is it raining in here? No, it's 70 and sunny outside. Well, why is it raining in the basement again?
Jaybird's playing with that rain stick again.
Well, it sounds kind of muffled. Wonder why. Gah. Guess I got a bad rain stick.
Stop playing with that rain stick. I can't get to it now.
Sorry, Mama. It's a thundering. That's the show.
That's the show.
That's all I have in me after this cat and this day.
I really, really hope they don't try to use the beginning of this to jumpstart us into another Angela meltdown. And I don't know what it does. I don't know what
I am tired.
Does.
I'm done.
I'm tired. One more episode.
One more episode, y'all. And then we have to, again, I'm going to bring it up again. I shouldn't after what they just put us through. But if you've got to watch Love in Paradise Season 2. Just binge it. It's such a beautiful bouquet of messiness of organic messiness after this.
It is organic.
Bullshit of hay.
Yeah.
Yes, after this bullshit of hay. You need to watch it because it's great. It's on Discovery Plus, or it's been coming out on TLC. Our episodes are dropping on Wednesdays. It's coming out 2 episodes a week on TLC. Again, or on Discovery Plus. But you need to watch it.
Some of you are still asking us when on Patreon it came on. It's a couple months back if you're on our Patreon.
A couple months back, so you got to search.
But we are dropping it on our free feed. So if you are on the Patreon and if you're on the commercial free tier, the $8 tier, you can listen to it commercial free. You just need to go back a couple of months and use that Patreon search feature.
Exactly.
And the cat is really, really.
Spencer the cat loves Danielle and Johan, and they're going to be on the other way. So if that's what I'm telling you, y'all. If you don't think you know Danielle until you've seen her on a season of Love in Paradise, you have to watch. It's so good.
You're my wife, what she tells him in the thing.
Oh, yes. Yes, exactly.
Oh, that asshole. She's such an asshole.
She's such an asshole. All right, y'all. We got to go. I got to go feed this cat. Poodle's got to go feed his cat, but I don't think that's a literal cat.
It's a different kind.
The different kind. We'll see you next week. Go to our Instagram, follow us there, or our TikTok. Again, click on our link, that link on our Instagram or TikTok to get our Linktree link to get your tickets for our for an event with Mary Payne.
Worldwide digital event.
Yes, I think we're calling it Reality Shade. We just decided in the text.
Yeah, Reality Shade. We think.
No. They just you missed the text. Like, Caitlin, we've all decided it's called Reality Shade. So,
okay. Well, that was the one that I wanted. So,
well, good. So that's all. That's all she cares about. So,
I suggested it.
Wow, y'all. That's it. We call these people lonely arts because aren't we all just lonely arts looking for love in all the wrong places, Booze?
Yes. And if you are concerned about the state of men's rights in this country, and men's rights in general,
yeah,
call us. Men's rights now.
You know what? Don't
call Chris.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Exactly. Fuck off. Fuck off with your what men need.
Fuck
you.